on February 22nd, 2020, Mad Mike Hughes launched for the final time to the air. He did not survive after few attempts and crashes that he did. After what you saw in the video, his parachute engaged right after launch, and people that were there saw in horror the final fatal crash of Mad Mike Hughes. This video will contain 3 news stories about this brave man. And of course, last one will be about his final crash. Mad Mike Hughes. He was the bravest flirt of them all.
This is the what's left of a rocket that we were going to jump June 2014. And what happened, it launched by itself, and I thought it actually blew the right side of my face off. Okay, I gotta get busy. All I know is I'm going to jump this thing again, which I think is going to be probably the most single, incredible event in mankind history. Do I have people emailing me? Do I have people on Facebook calling me an idiot? Yeah, but I also have people contacting me and says, Michael, you may be the guy who can change the world. You know what I mean? You may be the guy. This right here is the uniform I'm going to wear during my next rocket jump, and actually it's going to be a rocket launch since it's going to be vertical. So all of this that's behind me is parts of the rocket that made the world record jump in January 30th of 2014, and it was a ride. I remember the thing going up the ramp. You know, the strangest thing, I remember hearing the air go around the nose cone of the rocket, which I'll never forget. And I pushed the lever for the parachute. I didn't feel any deceleration, so I thought I was in real trouble. And I took a hit.
And yet that doesn't dissuade you from trying again.
Well, you know, I kind of relate this to anybody else that gets injured doing what they do. You know, you just keep on doing it, I guess.
You got that bad shoulder.
I mean, if you're a boxer and you get knocked out, you know, do you quit boxing? The thing is, with life, we're given these puzzles. Okay, and all these different puzzles has different pieces missing. So we're constantly trying to fit these things in to relate to something that makes sense to us. After 9/11, you know, I just started questioning things. But the flat Earth, I'm thinking, well, wait a second. You start studying all these videos, and you do some own observation. You're trying to make sense of all these different facts. You start putting this puzzle together with all these missing pieces, and I don't care about what they're telling us about from space. You start finding these places that's flat on this planet. Kansas is flat, okay? I'm telling you, I've been there, it's flat. People saying about stars, or we've got a rover on Mars. Where is the curvature where we live? I can't find it. I don't even know where the urge came from to question everything. I really don't. Basically, I think we're all supposed to push the envelope on everything, ask questions, and try to excel in things. I think we're supposed to inspire other people. This rocket is just a vertical rocket launch, which no man has ever attempted outside of a government space agency. And eventually, we're going to space. And this is how I'm getting to space, 62.8 miles up. There's going to be $2 million worth of parts, and we're going to hire some real engineers this time instead of being built in a garage. I don't want to take anybody else's word for it. I don't know if the world's flat around. I had no idea. I like helicopters fly, airplanes, the artificial horizon. I just couldn't dismiss it after like 4 to 5 months of researching this. I don't call it SpaceX. I call it FakeX. Elon's a brilliant man, okay? I have a problem with the world being run by people from tech. I don't mean to put a Tesla up in space. I don't do it.
It's blast off for a real-life rocket man.
Holy he did it!
The self-taught engineer propelled himself 1,875 feet into the sky in his homemade steam-powered rocket. Onlookers are amazed.
Whoa!
But his descent nearly turned into a disaster.
Oh my God, watch out guys, watch out.
The rocket is zooming back to Earth at 350 miles an hour. He deploys a parachute to slow down the descent, then another chute. But boom, it's a crash landing. Response teams in the Mojave Desert rush over to help.
All right, Mike!
Bystanders cheer him on, but the 61-year-old rocket man, known as Mad Mike Hughes, feared he'd broken his back.
Easy, easy, easy.
I know, Mike.
Easy, guys, easy.
Scooch your butt.
I don't know if I broke my back, please. I don't know if I broke my back.
Photos show Mad Mike building his rocket over the last 10 years, all to prove what most people consider a ridiculous notion.
The world, I believe, is honestly flat.
We caught up with the limo driver today, ironically outside court where he was fighting a speeding ticket.
I took a pretty hard hit, and I'm feeling it right now. I believe I have a compressed fracture of one of my lower vertebrae.
He says the rocket ride was terrifying.
It's scary because once you pull the lever and you release the plunger, there's no way to stop it.
Even so, this rocket man says he's glad he did it. And by the way, the Earth is definitely not flat.
Mad Mike Hughes is believed to possibly be dead after launching himself in the air with a self-made rocket that crash-landed, and it was captured on camera.
The well-known daredevil and amateur rocket engineer was doing a rocket launch Saturday in what appears to be near Barstow, CA, where a reporter says Mike propelled himself into the air with a self-made steam-powered rocket and then crash-landed into the ground.
The reporter, Justin Chapman, adds, very likely did not survive. He tells TMZ. Mike is confirmed to be dead there on the ground as well.
In the video, you see a parachute fly out of the rocket, but it doesn't appear anyone is using it. The presumption, for now, is that Mike might have stayed in the rocket as it ascended hundreds of feet into the air.
Mike's rep, Darren Shuster, tells TMZ he was not at the launch Saturday, but does believe his longtime client to be deceased based on what he's seen and heard. Darren says Mike was a one-of-a-kind, adding, when God made Mike he broke the mold. The man was the real deal and lived to push the edge. He wouldn't have gone out any other way. RIP.
For Saturday's experiments, Mike is said to have been attempting to get as close to space from Earth as possible, otherwise known as the Kármán line, about 62 miles above Earth's surface, without the use of advanced tech you might find at NASA or SpaceX.
Much more tragic, Mike seemed pretty stoked for the launch this weekend. He posted a video describing his rocket, where it would go down and what he was aiming to achieve. By the way, he was a big flat Earth believer, and a doc was even made about him trying to prove it.
We've reached out to the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. For comment, so far, no word back. However, we were told by a dispatcher at the Victor Valley Sheriff's Station that a call for service had been placed Saturday out of Barstow, the nature of which is unclear.
Mike was 64. RIP.
Rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.